Hello and welcome to Talk Time Anime. My name is Luca, and today I'm joined by Jordan.
Hello.
And Jordan only because the others seem to prioritise football above
Every year.
our favourite series. So.
Yeah. Oh man. Speaking of which, I've got the game in quarter of an hour, so let's wrap this up. No, I'm joking. I don't give a shit at the moment about
Right,
football.
we'll get into it then. So this is chapter 292 of My Hero Academia. So last week we ended with Best Jeanist arriving on the scene of DABI'S antics as he exposes Endeavour.
Beautiful scenes.
So to start off this week, we get some pretty cool panels of Best Jeanist in the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Trash talking Dabi, calling him a fiend. Standard Best
Jeanist
vocabulary, really.
Oh my God.
And then, so the main series gets its full explanation, or not full, but its official explanation for Best Jeanist's quirk. Fiber Master, which allows him to control any fiber at will.
It's not just
as I've said before.
clothing.
We've seen it. I've said before, we've seen it in Vigilantes. He's kind of like Gaten in a sense. Very powerful quirk, and he uses it really well. And he pins down Makia.
Yeah, that's the main thing, isn't it? I like his little thing about we shall weave a thread of hope, and then it's just like him pinning down everything. He's just stopped everything. He's coming in instant impact. Dabi's up there. What the fuck?
What I love about this spread is how the separations between each of the images are his fiber. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah. The paneling, it looks really good.
The paneling.
It's
all his fiber, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And on the side, I'd be a shit Bakugo stan if I didn't mention it. So on the side, we have Bakugo smiling.
Yeah.
In quotes, missing person. Yeah, right. Bakugo's not my number one.
Yeah. I do love that too. So, that was really nice.
I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped. I can't wait for their acknowledgement of each other. Seeing him so happy is warmed my little heart. So moving on now to all the sad stuff.
All the good stuff. Let's go. I do love the sad story. Oh man, fucking damn.
So we've got. So not only has Best Jeanist captured Makia, but he's also got the entire league in his threads.
Yeah. Everyone's
Compress, Shiggy, Spinner, Dabi as well. And Nejire takes this moment to deliver the final blow to Shiggy, which is a good call I think, after what we've seen of Shiggy.
Spinner does his most useful bit thing yet, to be honest.
Spinner again. Every time this guy talks,
it's true. It's true. Yeah.
I love it. He bites Shiggy's head.
Trying to wake him up. Because you got to give Makia the command.
To give Makia the command, because as he points out, Makia does have a stamina limit, although it is very high, and
he needs that push. He needs to know that command. Guess it's just how he works.
At that point now. Yeah. But before Nejire can deliver the blow to Shiggy, Dabi burns through. It's complete savage. Dabi burns through Jeanist threads. And burns Nejire
straight up.
And someone pointed out that when Nejire first met Shoto in the class, she asked him how he got that burn. And now, Karma has come back around.
Oh my God.
She's part of the club.
She's part of the club. She's going to be off her fucking body and looking at that. Jesus Christ, she's engulfed. Damn you, man.
That was she'll feel when someone asks her that question a bit later on.
We were starting to see, Shoto's emotions before, but this chapter was, raw emotion, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, the fact that, last chapter, he, was telling Endeavour to get out of the way and everything.
Yeah.
But he actually like closed down. Like he was going towards Dabi. Like
I don't know if it's like the way he drew it as well and stuff, and all this was like, but well, especially the face panel. But it's just like you can hear the desperation in his voice, right? Like in your head, like he's so he doesn't know what to do. He's just like kind of moving on instinct and stuff, and like just it's like he instantly regrets not doing it earlier. The minute something happens like that, it's actually really like sad for him, to be honest. Like I'm not even like the biggest Shoto, but oh my god,
he's not saying much either. You know, he's just like shouting "stop it" constantly.
Yeah, and he's just crying. That's the thing. It's so raw. Like,
constantly crying. Yeah.
And we haven't really ever seen him cry. Like, and it's just, oh my god. Like,
and Deku points out as well how Shoto is, probably, in
suffering
more pain than he is right now, and still pushing forward. So fair play to Shoto.
That fucking quote was not needed either by Dabi, saying like, check it out, Endeavour history was repeating itself. Another bright kid burned up. I was like, that wasn't needed.
Everyone has been like, Dabi needs the Deku talk. When Deku like told Shoto, your flames are your own quirk.
Yeah.
But like, the difference with Dabi is I don't think Dabi actually believes like. I don't think Dabi is saying it in the same way as Shoto said it back in the day. I think Dabi is saying it purely to just antagonise everyone.
Yeah.
And it's working. And that image of Dabi as well, or Toya.
Oh my god, that's so sad. Like, demon. Devil demon.
Yeah, the way the threads are like coming apart, like he's got two devil horns at the top. Oh, it's so cool.
It's so sick. Like, oh my god! Like, I think we had a massive conversation about it last week about like why I didn't put Dabi as an A tier really yet, kind of thing. But I emphasised the yet, right? And I said you have to do some mad shit. Man, if he stays like this, he's easily A. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, it's if they keep it up after this, though, isn't it? Like, But this has been like, oh my god, he needed a moment like this so badly, and he's Horikoshi is feeding us right now.
Fair play to, like as we said earlier, like Horikoshi gave us the panel of the paneling with Genius threads, and then he gave us this Dabi image. Like,
I don't understand, man. I think someone counted up, wasn't it? Like, I don't know if it's since like last year or something, or like last couple of arcs. I think it's since the Liberation arc. He's on like 66 spreads. Like, or it's something stupid like that. Like, it's so much. Like,
and then we go to the next page, and we have this super detailed drawing of Shiggy's face as well, which is unreal.
And it's so good. Like, it's weird how his eyes are thing. You can tell he's out of it, right? Like, one of his eyes kind of active, but then the other one's like almost lazy, like just gone, kind of thing. But I love it again. Like whenever he's like itchy, like I love that so much. Like the fact, right? I don't know. Right? I only noticed on my reread. Look at fucking Spinner's face. He is too happy about this. Like he is too happy when he's just Shigaraki. And he's just got this. That is the most demonic smile I've seen him do. Like what? I was like, yes, Spinner, come on. Like
when Spinner gets that dedicated, crazy villain smile panel, it's gonna go hard.
Oh yeah. And he's just like, I gotta destroy, must stop the itch. And I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool. But it's like Makia destroy.
Makia wakes up, shreds through Genius threads. But then we move to the Nomu zone, which I think I brought up last week because we hadn't seen it in a long time. Because I wanted to know what was happening with Burning and everyone. And half of them, half of the hero forces there are apparently dead. So, reminding us again that, Hero Society
this can take a major
right now is all that's left, really. Even as it seems at the end of this chapter when they win, like they've been so far, they've been pushed back so far. Like it is villain season from here.
It's villain season, really. Man. I've always said like this is my favorite group of villains, right? But man, this arc as well, like, has almost done just as much for him as the villain arc. It's insane. Like, oh my god! And as you say, after this, Hero Society, man. I don't know what's going to happen after this. I don't think it's going to be like a simple fix. If it is, I'll be very disappointed.
This is the thing, because like the world has just seen the levels of these villains. They've just seen Shiggy, you know, act like do godlike things.
Yeah.
They've just seen, you know, the son of Endeavor with his
number one hero. Yeah. But Best Genius points out again, like, proclaims it again, like, the number one hero cannot go down here. Like, you know, which is insane, even though, like, all this stuff's now been put against him. But Best Genius in his head is still like, no, Endeavor can't go down, you know? He's still important to, like, say, Hero Society in general, I mean. Like, he's still a symbol. But as you say, like...
Before, like, you know, heroes were in the job for the money and stuff, like, as Stain always, you know, said.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what heroes are going to be for after this, you know.
Yeah.
They need people who are, like, ridiculously strong and dedicated.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think this is the thing now, is like, now that everyone has seen this, which I'm guessing everyone would have, right, like, around the world or whatever, you're going to get more people dedicated who are in general going for it. Because now it's like, they've seen surely how dangerous villains are and stuff. Like, you're not going to go into this half-heartedly for a paycheck, surely, now. Like,
yeah.
Unless you're really confident in yourself. But
the problem now is that there will be less heroes, but perhaps a stronger core group of heroes.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's a handful of very strong villains, but, you know, maybe they'll, you know, have a lot of weak underlings. So it's going to be an interesting battle when they come together again.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
But yeah, we see Burning, and we finally see her use her quirk somewhat. Like, she can pull the fire out of her hair and, like, throw it and stuff, I assume.
Yeah.
My assumption was that she could, like, because it's fire, like, increase, you know, the power of it and use it as, like, a whip, like a flame whip or something.
Yeah.
But no, I guess she's kind of like Mineta in a sense, you know. With
yeah, that's true, actually. I didn't even think about that. But she just kind of throws it out there. She might be able to form it in some way, control it in some way, but yeah.
Who knows?
It doesn't seem to hurt her, right? Like, in terms of, like, her hands. Like, you'd think something...
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Like, she doesn't have got no protective, like, gloves or anything, so... No, that's interesting. Man, these parents go through it, man. Like...
Yeah, they do.
What the hell? Like, imagine that quote just manifesting one day, her fucking hair's on fire. That house is gone. Like, what the hell? 3-year-old just... Jesus Christ. I wouldn't want it. That's the one flaw in Hero Society, I think. The whole manifesting of quirks. Oh my god.
There should be, like, you know, careful.
Everything's
got to be on watch lists, basically.
Yeah, like, until they've manifested. No, you're right.
With a lineage of strong or, like, fire quirks, you should be on a watch list.
That is true, actually. Yeah.
Around the age of 4 when it starts to manifest, so it doesn't blow stuff up.
Yeah. Bakugo, oh my god, imagine that. Like fucking hell, that could go really wrong, regardless of what you do.
But yeah, Burning looks like she's about to be taken out by Nomu, but thank God, somebody
a mysterious figure
discussed at the end of the chapter saves her. And then we go back to
basically focus on his strength now, and it come tying down Gigantomachia pretty much. Although he is still Shigaraki that tied up, but
he's got him back under control. Like you know, a bit more adding to the strength of Best Genius. Really, like
straining him.
You know,
that, I mean, keeping that fucking thing down, no one's been able to stop him. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh my god.
And here, Best Genius is, you know, the former number 3 hero.
Yeah.
You know, proving his shit, which I absolutely love.
Yeah. Definitely.
And it's now easy to see why Bakugo respects him so much. But anyway, on to more sadness.
Good stuff.
So, Dabi and Shoto come together.
That panel is amazing, by the way. I said it before,
amazing.
But I think that panel looks amazing right now, right? But I feel like Bones and the anime are gonna do. That's one of the bits I'm most looking forward to now. Just seeing that clash. That's gonna look fucking amazing, man.
The orange and the blue side to side.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah. Like, only black and white can only do so much, you know. Like, it looks amazing, but like, oh my god, I need that coloured, you know. Like, that's gonna look fucking sick. And it's something that everyone's been waiting so much for. Like, that clash, I mean. Like, loads of fans have been waiting for that so long. Oh my god. But
and Shoto asks him the all-important question. We've been discussing this for a few weeks now about, you know, Dabi's feelings towards the other members of his family.
Yeah.
You know, Natsu, his sister, his mum.
Mm-hmm.
Shoto asks him, so you sent the villain to us who almost killed Natsu. Don't you have any remorse for the brother you went to cry to every night?
He
as
says
he
one of the
said.
best lines.
Dabi with a smile on his face says, "Almost killed. What a shame. That would have really hurt Endeavor."
That bit was amazing. Like when
nail in the coffin.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it how quickly they got disproven. Like everyone was like, "Oh, he hasn't mentioned him, and that maybe he still really cares for Natsu, and that's about it." It's like, nah, he's done with that family. And then when obviously Shoto calls him insane, he's like, "Yep, sure am." See, your brother's not so big on feelings anymore. But oh my god,
it's just the way he maintains his smile. Like Shoto is like crying, shouting, screaming, struggling. He's looking him directly in the eye with this massive smile on his face while they're surrounded by flames. It's unreal.
It's actually insane. Like his insanity kind of started peaking a bit. Like when we saw him in the well, we obviously know why now. But in the Hawks fight, we saw a really weird side to him. Like when he was just like laughing and all that. And then
you remember me saying that was one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite parts as well when he, tricked them both like that, as if to say, Tokoyami was going on about he must have run out of fire, and then boom, fire everywhere. It was great.
He's honestly had so many good moments recently. I'm so glad Horikoshi has made a character that looked cool and had everyone like behind him just from his design. But then it was like, oh, he's not really doing much kind of thing. And then now he just blew him up this arc, like absolutely blew him up. The villain arc done bits for him, but this arc he's blew him up like insane.
Like so underrated. Like the fact that so first he sent out that massive flame to burn through Genist's threads and burn Nedre.
Yeah.
And now he's going, at a consistent output with Shoto as they clash.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still looking in good shape.
Yeah.
And he's even, and as we already know, as most people know, blue flames are hotter than orange flames. He's currently, what it looks like, is overpowering Shoto as well, like pushing him back.
I can't lie, like, part of my favourite bits about this chapter in general have been Shoto, the way he's drawn Shoto's emotions and stuff. Like, I even feel sorry for him, and I love the villains, right? But, like, oh my god, like, you can tell that boy's going through it, and I know I said it before, but I'm just looking at this panel again, after he said that to him, and, like, him just saying Toya at him. And it's just like, that boy, man, this is gonna scar him, bro. Like, oh my god, more than the kill, madness.
This is what I mean. This is going back to what we were saying about Hero Society. Like, these heroes post this arc are gonna have to be as strong as Shoto right now. Like,
you're right.
There's no more time for, feeling sorry for yourself. Like, if Shoto can do this, like, every other hero needs to be able to step up their game.
No, it's true, yeah. No, I'm really looking forward to seeing where Shoto goes from here as well now, personally. Like, just to see, like,
it's going to be
he's not going to die
interesting. How he deals with it. Because obviously, we know Horikoshi is quite big into, like, the mental state of his characters. We had the Bakugo Deku fight. We have had Uraraka recently confront some feelings.
Is he going to go straight up? Like, is he going to board himself away again from Endeavor, or is it going to is he going to end up helping Endeavor as well? Is Endeavor going to end up like the mum in terms of, like, in like a mental hospital? Do you know what I mean? Like, honestly,
and like Endeavor still doesn't even know All Might's secret yet, and I feel like he's going to find that out soon, and that's going to break him even further.
This is not,
But I saw it a while ago, but how Deku and Bakugo are like, save to win, win to save. And Shoto's part of this trio. It seems like Shoto is setting up to be the healer. Because remember, we were talking about like where did Shoto learn all of these like medical, skills when he was patching up Aizawa and everyone.
Yeah.
So it seems like Shoto is setting up to be, the healer,
support
after
class.
everyone has been saved,
Yeah. No, that's true.
To complete that holy trinity, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe that's where the movie's going. Them three. He could be like the clutch player more than anything, like the support in the back. But
which is an interesting idea.
No,
and then so
finale of the chapter, I suppose. Last couple pages.
Yeah, so like Dabi is getting ready to kill Shoto, but it's unlikely that Shoto is going to die, so we'll skip past that.
Yeah.
Here come the Nomus. Best Genius has already got his hands full with Makia, who's on a rampage at the moment. The Nomus, could easily wipe everyone here if a certain someone didn't turn up.
Shocker.
And
more hero armor.
We get a parallel like during the overhaul arc. How Mirio was on the losing end and then Midoriya smashed through the wall to save him.
Yeah.
Now Midoriya's on his knees and
can't move no matter how hard he's trying.
Here comes Lemillion to save the day.
I couldn't believe that.
Takes out.
That's so good.
One punches all the Nomus.
Yeah. He's fucking like everywhere. Oh my god, the whole power thing, I love it. It's so good. It's so good.
We discussed this earlier, because this is obviously quite a big deal.
Yeah.
Neither of us were expecting Lemillion to turn up this arc.
No. Everyone expected him to come back in it, like the way they basically set it up. But wow, to turn up now of all times, like. Obviously, I can't help but say a bit of plot armor towards the villains kind of thing. Every time they seem to get on top at the moment, they seem to be pummeled back down. But he really is the cleanup crew. Like, I mean, if that isn't obvious enough from here, like the way he just took out them.
The janitor memes continue.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's true. Yeah. Oh my, that's really where he learned it. No, what was it? No. Oh, but I love that panel though, when he's just in the ground like, pow, and he comes out and he's just like taking them all. Oh my god, man. That's going to be so good to hear. Like in the anime again.
Yeah. Like, I have a feeling this was all done and plotted by Aizawa before this fight began.
Yeah.
Because as we know, Aizawa's been mentoring Eri and everything. So I have a feeling Aizawa's had this set up, and we're going to do a podcast on MVP of, all these current arcs.
Yeah, of course.
Spoiler alert for that podcast. My vote for this arc goes to Aizawa.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think if he had anything to do with this, then that would back that.
I think Shiggy's had the most of this arc, to be honest.
Well, Shiggy's a villain. So if we can vote for him. But to wrap up, Ida has caught Nejire as well.
Oh my god.
And just what a chapter, man.
So much happened in that chapter. Like, just going through it all and stuff is just mad. Like, Lemillion coming back, that's such a big talking point. Like, I'm sure we're going to get a bit of a... I can imagine it starting off with a bit of a backstory next chapter now. Of how he got his powers back, like, unless they don't throw that in until the end. But I think, based on how it's been going lately, they seem to like throw these backstories in at the beginning, kind of thing. Like, is it going to be Eri? Is it something to do with Aizawa? Is it Aizawa's last kind of like clutch play or something in some way? I don't know. But like,
talking point for us going into the week now will be around how Horikoshi uses Mirio from here on out, because like in my head, I had that Mirio would be out of action for a while, and then when he eventually returned, thanks to Eri, he'd be a bit behind, on the training and everything. But because he's come back so soon, this is such a powerful guy.
Oh, yeah, This is it.
What does this do for our vision of, the Deku, Bakugo, and Shoto power trio, you know?
No, yeah, definitely. Like... Are we going to, like, Nejire's gone, but are we going to see Sunny turn up now? Do you know what I mean? Like, is it going to be, like, things like that going down?
Yeah, that's another thing. Horikoshi is no doubt going to have to deal with all the Nejire fans, abusing him over how he's done her dirty.
Well, I'm just saying, boys, we wanted a Nejire versus Dabi. We got it, but it just wasn't... It was quicker than we thought. That's
not her fault. That's not her fault. It's just... Dabi is Dabi, bro.
He just doesn't care. Oh my god, what a fucking villain, man. But
she did land her big blow on Shiggy with Shoto, so she has that at least. And that was crucial because that took Shiggy out of the fight once and for all. So
No,
dub for her.
I just feel with Lemillion, like the position they're in right now is as well. It seems like unless maybe he's just gonna lose it a bit. His best genius, like obviously, it's taking a lot of him right now. As long as he concentrates, from what they said, he should be able to keep Gigantomachia down. With Gigantomachia down, Shiggy's out now. I'd say Spinner useless in this scenario. Or not just Spinner, everyone. Like that's what I mean. Like now with Mirio coming in, Mirio can clean up, man. Like this is what I was saying, right? Like as long as Best Genius stays protected and he cleans up the rest, you can't. I can't really see anyone else contending. Maybe Dabi's a bit of a problem, but Mirio should, Mirio, Shoto, and that. I can't see Dabi beat both of them,
Yeah.
And whoever else ends up fighting with them, Because
and I feel like it is setting up for Bakugo's hero name as well. So Bakugo's probably going to have one big attack left.
I think that as well. I mean, he's already pushed basically either away, and he's on his feet a bit.
I think Bakugo will probably deliver a blow to Machia that knocks him out.
Oh my god, you'd love that, wouldn't you? No, that would be good.
I would love that, and then that would free up Best Genius to help Mirio and Shoto.
I'd like it. I'd like to see I was more thinking about Bakugo potentially So obviously
saving Shoto.
Saving Shoto would be nice, but even I feel like now is almost not defensive, but Best Genius has got to stay, in that place. And if we're gonna get something, it's gonna be last minute, like Mirio and that, not out but can't reach it, and it's gonna be him, as you say, either with a new move or something he's already done before, and he's gonna save it even if Dabi goes towards Best Genius or something, he's gonna blast him away or something. And then that's when he might get it. So I'm trying to think of how they can basically put Bakugo and Best Genius together in a situation. But you know what? If it is some kind of Best Genius Bakugo team up to finally knock out Gigantomachia, that would be pretty mad. I'd be fully behind that. I can't lie. That would be pretty sick. Suppose it looks like the villains are basically lost anyway now, so I can't get my villain finale.
Tears will be shed on that day.
Indeed. I will be sad because that means the villains are finally gone. And then, I don't know what's happening with Toga. Toga's still around.
Well, I mean, what is Toga gonna do when she turns up?
Do you know what? Imagine Dabi's Toga the entire time. Well, what would Toga do? I don't know. Maybe Toga's Lemillion. That would be a massive. Just Dab's Best Genius in the fucking bank. That would be insane.
Anyway, great to have My Hero back after a 2-week break. What would you rate the chapter this week?
Oh, a rating 10.
Personally for me, we've just done One Piece.
I know, but
from that, I think this week 2 10 out of 10 chapters from both series.
Anyone that's cultured and it has read JJK, My Hero, One Piece in this chapter, because I think this is the last issue of the Shonen Jump year. So I think next issue is technically Shonen Jump issue 1. And if that is right,
nice.
if I am right in saying that, this has been a hell of an issue to end on. Just from these 3 chapters.
What a way to end.
Yeah, oh my god. But all 3 of them have been 10 out of 10 chapters. No, honestly, that's in my opinion anyway. I think this chapter was great. It just had so much in it, Both chapters did, One Piece and My Hero that we reviewed. Just had so much in it. That massive plot twist at the end, everything seemed to hit. It had, in my opinion, just Dabi going all out is enough for me. The whole Shoto bit kind of brought me down, and then the Lemillion bit, yeah, 10 out of 10, man. Best Genius, as you said as well. Oh man, there's just so much good stuff. It's got to be a 10. It's got to be.
Agreed.
One of the best chapters this arc, and that's saying something because this arc has been good.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Mm-hmm.
If you like this video, please let us know by leaving a like. Comment what your thoughts were on the chapter, any insights you have.
Mm-hmm.
We do this every week, so check out our playlists for the previous chapters and subscribe or consider subscribing for next week's reviews and discussions. We also react to animes like Jujutsu Kaisen at the moment and Haikyuu. We've done a few others in the past as well.
Yeah.
And we also do a podcast, as we've mentioned a couple of times throughout this. So check out that if you like podcasts. Thank you for listening. See you next time.
See you next time.